guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different. I'm going to be sharing with you my weight loss story. So in college I was around 22 to 25 pounds heavier than I am now, and it took me about a month and a half to lose all of it. This was years ago, but I've been able to maintain it, and I wanted to share some of my tips with you guys in case any of you are looking to be healthier or lose some weight. I'm going to share some pictures with you guys. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I downloaded some pictures of myself from years ago from my friend's Facebook. Shout out to you, Susan. And they're really embarrassing. Each of them show like how much of a mess I was, like physically, mentally, and emotionally during that time. But yeah, it was really bad. But the reason why I'm sharing you guys is because I really want you to see how much I've changed and lost all that weight. So I was a size 6 or 7 in jeans then, and now I'm a size 0 to 2 depending on the store. So I did lose a lot of mass in myself. And I didn't do any crazy diets. I didn't like work out all day, or I didn't starve myself or anything like that. So I really want to share with you guys some of the things I've done. Before we get into that, I want to talk to you about a story I have that actually, it was kind of a breaking point where I realized I need to do something about this. I was on the bus in college on my way to class, and you know that feeling when there's a lot of pressure where your jeans are, because like it's kind of holding your stomach together. I'm sitting there on the bus and there's a lot of pressure and tension where my jeans, like the waistline of my jeans are, because my stomach's like bulging pretty much. I'm ignoring it because I'm used to it, but all of a sudden I feel this immediate release of pressure, and it was so weird to me. I was like, what happened? And I looked down and the button of my jeans was on the ground. Literally it popped off of me because it couldn't hold my weight together anymore. So I'm sitting there like trying to act nonchalant with my hands in my pocket, like my jacket pockets, looking around like, should I pick up that button? So I don't know why I did this, but I ended up picking up the button from my jeans, stuffing it into my jacket pocket, and walked off the bus. In that moment, I was like, I need to do something about this. My clothes physically cannot hold me in anymore. So the first thing I'm going to start talking about is diet, because we all know diet is the biggest part of weight loss. No matter how much you try to exercise, if your diet isn't made new, then unfortunately you're not going to lose as much weight as you had hoped. So for me, I didn't really starve myself or, go on a salad water diet, but what I did was I cut out processed foods and replaced it with whole foods. So whole foods are really foods that have ingredients that you can name, things that aren't processed or have any artificial additives in it. And one of the biggest things I changed about my diet was my portion control. I specifically remember whenever I went to buffets, I would eat 5 to 7 plates of food, and I would literally sit in the car and my stomach's like about to burst. I'm holding it like I'm having a baby or something. And in college for lunch I would have like a whole plate of the entree, then I would have dessert, and I would have some snacks after. It was just a mess. For someone like me who I really love food, so I will go crazy if I only start eating like a little bit of food. But the way I try to trick my mind into thinking that I'm eating a lot of food even when I'm not is I started using smaller plates. So I would use a really small plate and fill it up with whatever I have for lunch or dinner or breakfast. And because the plate looks full, I feel like I'm eating a lot more than I am. And that helped me a lot, and I really encourage you guys to try using smaller plates to control your portions. And another advice I have for you guys is eat until you're 90% full. Don't eat until you actually feel full, because then you'll end up being bloated. If you eat till you're 90% full, then chances are that's kind of the right amount, and it'll settle a few minutes later anyway. The next part is I started drinking green tea with every meal. So you don't have to brew the tea every time you eat, but what you can do is take a large water boiler and boil a large amount of green tea and store it in the fridge so that you can get the tea and drink it after every meal. What it does is it helps soothe your stomach, it helps your digestive system, and also the small amount of caffeine in the green tea will help your metabolism burn fat a lot faster. But because I was really used to eating large portions and heavy portions, it was hard for me to transition from that into eating really healthy food. So I found a few foods that helped me feel full. One of them were absolutely whole grains. Also, foods like sweet potato, nuts, and for vegetables, kale is really good for helping you feel full. And I don't mean raw kale, because I know raw kale is just... So what I do is I cook some of the kale in garlic and chicken broth, and it just tastes like cooked spinach. It tastes really good, you know? And I would eat that for a midnight snack if I'm really hungry at like 12:30 a.m. and I'm not supposed to eat, but I'm too hungry to just go to sleep. I'll just have some kale and water. Trust me guys, it tastes a lot better than how it sounds. Also, Greek yogurt was a big one for me because once I started cutting out all the desserts I was eating and the chocolate, I had these cravings. So I would eat Greek yogurt, you know, the strawberry ones or peach ones, and it would really help me satisfy that sweet tooth. So this next part, I'm not going to go into too much detail. It is the exercise portion of the weight loss. It's not as important as a diet, but you definitely do need it if you want to speed up your weight loss process. So what I really recommend is for anyone who's willing to lose weight to do strength training, aka heavy weights. Now, especially if you're a girl, you want to shy away from weights because you're like, I don't want to get bulky, I don't want to be manly. But honestly, I've been doing weights for a while and I don't know, I don't think I look manly. Cardio may burn more calories minute by minute, but it stops as soon as you finish a workout. And feeling strong is one of the best feelings in the world. You just feel invincible. Maybe that's just me. And also, I was never able to get abs my whole life. I still don't really have abs, but the only time I've ever seen definition in my stomach is through weightlifting. You know, strengthening your core, strengthening your muscles. You guys can look up a bunch of weightlifting exercises online. That's kind of what I did, and it'll really help you build muscle so that you can increase your capacity to burn fat. So that's really all I did. It's very simple, you know, it's just replacing processed food with whole foods, doing strength training instead of cardio, and also cutting out juices and drinking more water and tea. And I lost over 20 pounds. You can clearly see the difference it had in me. And consistency is key. Even if you miss a few days of your workout, or you know, I ate a bad meal last night, don't be like, oh, like screw it all. Like, oh, it's not worth it, I'm just gonna go back to how I was. Don't do that. That's kind of what everyone's mistake is. Even though you eat like bad meals here and there, it's okay. Get back on track, eat healthy, eat right, eat whole foods, don't eat processed foods, don't eat things with too much sugar, etc., etc. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It really is super simple what I did to lose weight. It didn't take too much time or too much work. So hopefully this helps any of you who are looking to become more healthy. And thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in my next video.